So, French press is buzzing about an article that we were talking about in the Business News a couple of days ago, actually, by Warren Buffett in the New York Times.
That's right. It's all over the French press today. And we're going to start off by looking at Le Parisien, which explores these super rich who want to pay more taxes. Now, this is following in the footsteps of Warren Buffett, who wrote a piece in the New York Times saying that super rich people should be taxed more. And so the Parisien takes a closer look at people who have been saying that, hey, we're super rich and we want to be taxed more too. For instance, in the U.S., you have Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And here in France, the people have been coming out as well. For instance, Maurice Lévy, a French businessman and a CEO of the French advertising giant Publicis, and industrialist Pierre Berger. And the Parisien points out something that's actually very interesting. It's that French billionaires have a tendency not to give back as much as their American counterparts. According to the Parisien, they're a little stingier. For instance, of the people who have to pay the solidarity tax on wealth, so people who have assets above 800,000 euros, only 7% make donations to NGOs and charities, and they only give an average of 3,000 euros per year. So according to the Parisien, they're a little stingier. Now, La Tribune is also picking up on this story of mega rich people who want to be taxed more. Their headline is "The Rich to the Rescue." And there you have photos of French billionaires, including France's the L'Oréal heiress Liliane Bettencourt. And in their editorial, La Tribune steals a quote from Woody Allen. They say that money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. And they say that this pretty much sums up the dilemma that's facing Europe and the U.S. Concerning their public deficit. Now, La Tribune salutes what they call a civic commitment of these billionaires, but warns that we shouldn't be too naive. Taxing the super rich is not going to solve France's budget problems. What we really need is a gradual, fair, and efficient tax.
There's a great picture on the front of Libération, isn't it?
Libération, they're calling it a rich idea with a wonderful little packet there of money. You know what to get me for Christmas now, Stuart. And in their editorial, they salute this as a good idea, but they wonder if this could be an illusion, a trick. They say that this measure could be a tree that's hiding the forest. Because sure, by taxing a few of the uber rich, this could be a very good idea, but it could be covering up all the perks and tax breaks that your regular rich people get. Regular rich people that, according to Libération, is exactly the voters that Nicolas Sarkozy wants to woo. Now, Libération is also calling for a more gradual tax system.
Okay, other papers also focusing on the talks between Sarkozy and Merkel.
That's right. We're going to start by looking at Les Echos. They're exploring one of the measures that was put forward by Sarkozy and Merkel, which was a tax on financial transactions. Now, according to Les Echos, this is getting a very cold welcome on financial markets. Their headline is "Financial Markets, the Tax of Disagreement." Le Figaro is also looking at the meeting between Merkel and Sarkozy. This time they're looking at the idea to generalize the golden rule. Now this is something that Nicolas Sarkozy has been arguing for a lot here in France, and he's been receiving a lot of opposition from the Socialist Party. Now, according to Le Figaro, the Socialist Party opposition is caught in the golden rule trap. Basically, if they accept the golden rule, it's a big win for Sarkozy. If they refuse it, it's going to look like they're not doing enough to balance the budget.
Okay, quick fun fact on the front of Figaro.
Le Figaro, yes, according to Le Figaro, the world population is going to reach 7 billion this year. Now, inside there are a lot of fun facts and maps and charts about the world population. Now, this is after a study that was carried out by the National Institute of Demographic Studies here in France. They say that the rate of growth is slowing down, but the number is increasing. Basically, we passed the 6 billion marker in 1999, so 12 years ago, and we're expected to reach the 8 billion marker in 14 years. So this is explained by a drop in fertility rate in women.
And just time to mention Gérard Depardieu, who's all over the papers.
This is a very weird story. It's on the cover of François Depardieu, a piss take. Basically, the French actor allegedly urinated on a flight between Paris and Dublin. Now, according to witnesses, he said he just couldn't wait until after takeoff. It's unclear what happened, but it's also on the cover of a lot of the international papers, including The Independent.
Okay, thank you very much, Florence. Florence there with the French newspapers. All the stories you possibly need to know for.